Hi, welcome to week 8. Today we're going to take our hip and knee rehab program into a little bit of fluid movement in yoga. We've been doing a lot of work to strengthen our joints, to reintroduce healthier patterns of movement between the joints. Now we're going to join what's happening in the lower half of the body to what's happening in the upper half of the body. So we're going to bring a whole body movement. These are sun salutations. Sun Salutations is a wonderful program in yoga. We're going to adapt these by using a chair. And because I'm enjoying this beautiful summer day for my practice, I've just grabbed a lawn chair. So you can do these practices anywhere. You don't have to have a special yoga studio or yoga space. You can adapt these little mini practices to go with you wherever you go. So all you really need for today's props is just a sturdy chair. I've got the front feet of the chair on my yoga mat so I know it's not going to slip. You could also brace the chair against a wall so you can use it confidently as a prop. I would recommend doing a little bit of warm-up before you come into this practice. So we've done many videos together. I also have some joint freeing series videos on my website. I'll put the link in the comments for this video, and you might want to do some warm-up before you jump right into your sun salutations. But let's get going. Sun salutations using a chair. So making sure your chair is secure and coming into mountain pose. We did mountain pose in our last video, and I do hope you're doing these videos in order so that you're building all of the various skills that we are learning so that you can progress with confidence and without any setbacks. Sun salutations is a classic combination of postures in yoga. And we often want to remember that what we're doing here is not physiotherapy, it's not any other kind of movement or body work. It is a holistic practice that brings integration and wholeness into our lifestyles. As we draw our hands together at the center of the chest in kind of a prayerful gesture, it kind of brings us back into that headspace. As we join right and left, as we bring it right into the center of the chest, we're reminded of how almost sacred this work is, the time that you invest in yourself. So bring your hands together at the heart center. You might dip your chin slightly towards the heart center in a gesture of humbleness and reverence, even gratitude. Establish a breath in and out through the nose that's fairly slow. And we'll be using that breath as a metronome for our movement. But let's go through the movements on their own first, and then we can do a couple rounds together, moving breath by breath. So from this position, our first movement will be to embrace the sun. So lifting the arms out to the side or up above the head and standing as tall as you can, thinking about welcoming that beautiful summertime warmth. Then soften the knees, bend the ankles a little bit, and start to push your buttocks back. Notice that action. Bend the ankles, bend the knees, and push the buttocks back. You're going to hinge your body forward and rest towards the chair. So you might just bring your hands to the chair and just kind of keep your body parallel to the ground. If you are comfortable, you can bring your head right to the chair. So either one of those is an option. Bringing your head lower than the heart can sometimes be of some concern for blood pressure issues, if you have eye issues, if you have recent abdominal surgery or hernia, if you have, dizziness or vertigo. So you may choose just this sort of thing instead of lowering your head below your heart. And then the next movement is to straighten out the arms. The arms will stay on the chair seat and really extend the spine. So you want to keep a little softness in the elbows, a little softness in the knees. Push the buttocks back and lengthen the chest forward of the arms. See how I'm really kind of making a smile from your point of view? My spine is almost smiling. There's a real length to the back. Then from here, I'm going to take the right leg, take a giant step back into lunge pose. This is such an important pose for the hips and for the knees, but we want to be smart about this. Let's talk about the right leg that we've just taken back. The heel is lifted, so you want to take your leg back far enough, big step, so that your heel is still lifted and pointing straight backwards. Again, toe, knee, and bumper bone all in one straight line. Stretch your calf, activate the butt muscles so they're a little firmer. Now let's talk about the front leg. The knee isn't bent all the way to the chair. I want to keep the knee so it's right over top of the ankle, and the knee is facing, again, the same direction as the toes. So the two legs are like railroad tracks. They're a little bit apart from each other. Right leg to the right side of the mat, left leg to the left side of the mat, and they're parallel and straight, like railroad tracks. So here we are. Here's our lunge pose. From lunge pose, I'm going to step the back foot back forward and fold down again. Maybe only going halfway, maybe going all the way, depending on your body today. Then keeping the knees and ankles a little bit bent, buttocks extended, open up, lift to the sun, and then returning the hands back to heart center. So that's the movements. You can rewind the video, practice those movements as often as you want until you can kind of build a bit of a fluency with no pain. I'm going to do the second half of that round. So that's my left leg will go back, and I'm going to move with my breath. So it's going to go a wee bit faster. So if you're not ready, rewind the video and watch it kind of in slow motion, and then join me for the left side when you get a little bit more familiarity. So let's start with hands at the heart, a gesture of gratitude, a little bit of humility. Maybe the chin dips slightly to the heart. As we inhale, let's embrace the sun. As we exhale, soften ankles, knees, push the bum back a little bit and fold to the chair. Inhale, smile with your spine. Exhale, step the left leg all the way back into lunge. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, step the feet together, forward folding again. Inhale, legs soft as you lift up to the sun. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's turn around and have a seat in our chair for a moment. As we've discussed many times through this series, it's nice to be able to take rest periods in your rehab practice. It actually allows your brain to learn better. So you can pause this video and take as much rest as you want. You want to make sure your heart rate's coming back to something that's comfortable. We could do one more round together, and I might add a little bit of spice. You don't have to have it spicy if you don't like it spicy. Let's talk a little functional movement, though, as we get up from the chair. I'm going to sit forward in the chair, so I'm perched right at the edge of the seat. You can see there's lots of room behind me. Tuck your feet in a little closer to the chair. Take your hands to your hips and push up strongly through those really strong legs and hips you've been working on for like the last month and a half. So rather than pushing with your arms and angling your body and groaning as you get out of the chair, remember that. Sit forward on the chair, tuck your feet in so they're more under your body weight, and push up with your powerful legs. Mover muscles to the rescue. And that's a little bit of functional movement that'll get you with even more strength. You can do that little movement all day long and be building more into your rehab. So let's do one more round of sun salutations together. Hands to the heart. Exhale to prepare. Inhale, sweeping up and out. Exhale. Nice bent knees as you forward fold. Inhale, smile with your spine. Exhale, step your right leg back. Option now, if you want spicy, inhale, extend your right arm, stretching from the heel to fingertips. Exhale, step together, forward fold. Inhale, knees are bent as you reach up with a long spine. Exhale, hands to heart. Right into the other side. Inhale, embrace the sun. Exhale, fold to the earth. Inhale, find the middle ground. Exhale, step back with your left leg this time, finding lunge. Option to inhale, extend the left arm. Exhale, step together, forward fold. Inhale, lift all the way up to embrace the sun. Exhale, hands to the heart. You can repeat as many sun salutations as you have energy for today. but a couple rounds is usually adequate, and it's pretty much a standalone practice in yoga. You may finish with a little bit of shavasana to rest and integrate the learning. I'll see you next week.